Hi guys, welcome to our podcast. It's not that deep. Have a seat, buckle up, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah, please do not spill the tea in my car, or you know what, actually spill it all.
Where your virtual besties bring you on a long drive together through life's twists and turns.
So come on, faster, hop on guys, and we'll talk everything about life. Let's go, Fiona, quick!
Yay!
Yay!
Hi guys, welcome to season 2
episode 2
of our podcast.
Not really, car again.
No, I said podcast.
Oh,
Not car.
Okay, I write car.
Yeah.
But today, as you can see, we are not in the car.
Yeah, we're gonna welcome a special guest to our podcast.
Where's this guest from?
I don't know. You are.
You know where's the guest
I
from?
don't know. You asked it.
Okay. Any guesses, guys, as usual? No, good job. Let's extend a warm welcome to Hashmukh Kerai. Wait lah. A talented 3D art and motion graphic designer. By the way, award winning as well.
Yes.
Clap, guys, clap. I can't really clap. Anyways.
Alright, we have brought together Hash today to share with us about what he does and how he got into the work that he's currently doing.
Yeah. And then I just tell you lah, a bit of who he worked with. You all want to know or not? Number 1, Amazon, Pepsi, UEFA Champions League, Samsung, Adidas, Adobe, Dropbox. Oh my god, some of it I cannot pronounce. Yonex, Carling, which is a beer apparently. McLaren, wow. PlayStation, Guinness, TikTok,
Guinness.
I told you right. Okay, guys, forget that happened. Okay, and many more. Okay, it's very long list. We cannot name all. Then I cannot mispronounce it.
Pronounce it
again.
Yeah.
It's too
Alright.
much of words.
So before we start, is there anything you'd like to share prior? Perhaps you could share with us about what you do and where you're from.
Yeah, so I've been freelancing for 10 years as a 3D artist. And yeah, I started out at university studying motion graphics and then left and got into the advertising world as a freelancer. I've never had a full-time job ever, which is
Okay.
That
fun.
is
Wow.
so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're your
that's
own
so cool.
boss.
Yeah.
And then I just started my own business and I've been doing it ever since.
Very
Alright.
interesting.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about your journey in this world of 3D art and motion graphics, and how you discovered that this is what I want to do. I love doing this.
I actually wanted to be an engineer. Well, I didn't want to be my engineer.
It's a very
My
typical
dad wanted-
Indian,
Oh, yes.
Asian family things. Okay.
My dad wants me to be an engineer. I went to college. I hated it. I came back and I cried.
Oh
Because it wasn't for me, and it was too much. I kind of was interested in it, but not enough to want to pursue it. And I managed to change it in college all to media studies and film and stuff like that, which I had more interest in.
Okay.
But I still didn't know what I wanted to do. But I think a tutor of mine introduced me to motion design and 3D art, and then from there I kind of fell in love with it, and then decided to go to uni and pursue it.
Okay.
Wow.
So you mentioned that you wanted to become an engineer prior to this. So how did your parents react to your career choice? Considering it's not a conventional part, especially in an Asian household. What were you ever pressured to pursue a more traditional profession?
I definitely they get so most, as we know, most Asian families.
Yeah.
Or just even ethnic families, we don't understand art and media as a career.
Yes.
Very true.
So I guess that was hard to convince them. I had to say IT. So everyone thought I worked in IT just because I worked on the computer.
Because you're Indian.
And But I had to just convince her I work on the computer and that's what I do. But it's definitely not a traditional thing. Even to this day, when I'm in the industry, I'm the only person of color in most spaces that I work in.
Okay.
It's still quite it's not as diverse as it should be in terms of an industry. But so it was a bit hard to convince my parents and family. But once I kind of got into it, I just made sure I was very good, so I couldn't leave that industry, and
Yeah.
you had to train yourself to make sure
Yeah.
you're the best, and you shine
Yes.
through, especially
Yeah.
if you're not seen as like one of the others.
Yeah.
You
True.
got to make sure you work really hard to go above it.
I feel it's also like a very like I don't know like I feel it's a thing where like of proving point also to your parents like
Yeah.
look, that does not mean that if I'm not a doctor, if I'm not working in IT, if I'm not an engineer, I'm not successful in life.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure. I think you gotta go like double hard because it's
Yeah.
not a conventional career to try and get into.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Huh?
Yep.
Okay, anyways, next. Okay. Being a freelancer comes with like of course, you know, financial ebbs and flows. Can you tell us more about your experience with like freelancing and how did you manage your finances as a freelancer or business owner?
Freelancing, first of all, is really hard. I normally don't even try and recommend it to most people in general for their careers. For artists, it is very, very hard if you're a designer or artist. I kind of fell into it by mistake. My first job was I was at university. You have like a final degree show where you showcase your like 3 years of work. All art students have to do this.
Is it like final year project?
Yeah, it's like a final year project.
FYP.
Yeah.
And like what they'll do is they'll call industry people to that event, and they're kind of there to like get like young talent.
Yeah.
So I think like a local production studio just happened to see my work, and then call me. I thought I was going in to do like free work.
Yeah.
So when they told me, oh, we're gonna pay you at the end of this, I'm like, oh, bonus, whatever.
Yeah.
And when you're a broke student, that's like
Yeah.
incredible. So I found out about freelancing like that, fell into it, and then like I didn't look back ever since because it's like the best thing to do, right? To be your own boss,
Your boss,
is like
yeah.
the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard because there's no guarantee for work, there's no guarantee for pay to get paid. And then like the older I got, the more responsibilities I got, I was like, oh shit, I need to make sure I can pay the bills.
Yeah.
But you like, I guess you just get better at it. You get better at like managing your finances and stuff like that. I have to be a lot more cautious because I don't have a full-time job. I'm not getting paid every month like a salary. So I have to be a lot more cautious. I have to put money away for taxes, for savings and whatever. So it's definitely not an easy path, especially financially. I think you've got to be smart with your finances. You can't, if you don't know how to control your finances, it's not a world for you.
Right.
And that's being a business owner in general, obviously. Otherwise, you're screwed because you're not going to get your salary. You're not going to get. There's no company there for you to fall on. You don't get paid for holidays and stuff like that. Like that's the stuff that really sucks, obviously. But the bonus, obviously, is that you're your own.
So you would say that's the okay. What would you say the pros are of being your own boss?
Obviously, I can do whatever I want with my time. I don't have to ask permission to take on holidays, which is weird. And I tell most people at work that have full-time jobs, that's a strange thing, right? You need to go to your boss.
We live in.
You have to ask for permission,
and then they approve.
And they have to approve it as well. But I think time, flexibility, stuff like that's the most important thing. I can take time off whenever I want. Even for like little things, like even if I don't feel like working, I can take time off. So I think being in control of my time is the biggest.
But I also feel that also takes a lot of discipline. If you're a person that you can't you're always
manage your time well,
you can't manage your time well, then you know you might end up doing nothing then.
Yeah.
So it's
well, who's gonna pay the
pros
bills
and cons?
Exactly.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's not for everyone. I think it's for some people. Some people need like a structure, like given, which is also a good thing. It's fine. But it's interesting to see how like different people have different, you know, preference to their working world. I had a friend who's like, no, I just rather work for someone
else
for the rest of my life.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, okay. So we're talking about freelancing, like can be financially challenging. So have you ever faced such struggles? And if so, what advice would you give someone who's currently facing financial difficulties?
I think in the beginning it was very tough because I wasn't earning a lot of money. I was kind of living that student life, thankfully. Like I just transitioned from being a student where we're like broke anyway,
Yeah.
and you're eating crap and eating
Yeah.
like cheaply. You're not. Yeah, you're just not have like you're not an adult when you're a student, right? So you're just
Yeah.
playing around anyway. So when I got into it, I was thankfully it was okay to not earn as much money, but it was tough in the beginning because
Yeah.
you are very junior and you don't make a lot. Thankfully, I lived at home, so I guess I was very fortunate. But in terms of, but I also know people that are very senior and they're freelancers and they struggle financially. Like, and it depends on the time of the year, depends on how much work they're getting. I think you just have to be smart. You just have to play again. Like exactly what you said, it's not for everyone. And that's actually a big thing you need to understand before you go into freelance.
Yeah.
For any career field, like you need to assess. But actually, what they say is you need to have like 6 months worth of savings up front if you're going to go freelance, just in case anything happens. And it's not even based on you. Like the market can crash or it's stuff like COVID.
Yeah,
We've learned.
unexpected.
We've all learned
things.
like anything can happen in this world, so you have to be prepared. And especially if you don't have a contract and you have a fixed salary, you got to be like very smart. And stuff
Just
like
a
that.
pop-up question. Did COVID affect your...
I was actually very fortunate
Right.
because what happened was as a motion designer, because the world closed down, people couldn't go out and shoot video anywhere. So everything had to be done using like existing footage. So it was a double-edged sword because I was very fortunate to be able to work from home and work a lot, but obviously a lot of people weren't, so it was quite sad. But during COVID I was lucky to actually get more work than I'd ever got before.
Right.
Okay, next question. Can you share with us like a project that you're like, very, very proud of that you've done? Like, oh, I've done this, I'm so proud of myself. And like, what were the challenges? Well, I assume you'll be proud of something that was really hard to do.
Yeah.
What's the challenges and how did you like overcome it and all that?
So many projects.
So many guys,
Wow.
so many projects which is a good thing. You should be proud of everything. Maybe the hardest thing ever.
I think I did something for the NHS.
Oh.
So NHS is like our national health system.
Yeah.
It's like government funded health system. So we have a universal healthcare in the UK.
Yeah.
And I think it was that project, and it was about like mental health and in between like an ad break, you just sit for like 10 seconds. It tells you to like breathe and calm down and stuff like that. So that was actually a fun project because during COVID, I produced a project where it was helping people meditate.
Yeah.
And during like a stressful time, everyone's scared and nervous, all stuff's going on. So the NHS saw that project, or the agency saw that project, and then wanted to kind of remake that project. And it was really cool because it was on TV, which is obviously amazing. So I was like, I created something and it was on TV.
Yeah.
But every time you're watching something, so if you're watching like Love Island or something, and you're like overstimulated, you would just come on for like 10 seconds.
Oh, that's actually good.
Yeah.
So it was a great,
We need that in Malaysia.
it was a really good project.
TV anymore.
Wait, so what have you seen your project being on big screen? Like, like
Out in the world.
billboards, yeah.
So most of the stuff that I've done is social media related. So it actually just ends up on like an Instagram feed and stuff like that.
Okay.
But recently I've been doing a little bit more TV work. So I have there's some projects where it's on the TV, and there's some projects where it's like an advert on the TV. It'll run for as long as the brand like pays for for the advert. Sometimes you see it, but then a lot of work that I do, you don't see. It's internal work.
Right.
So it'll be for a company where it's like, I don't know, for their presentation or their business strategy meetings or whatever, or their like internal events, and you never get to see that kind of work, which is a real shame but it happens. You don't always work on glamorous stuff. Especially within like advertising, there's a lot of work that like no one will ever see, and you can't even show it. It has NDAs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
You just you make what you make, and it is what it is.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Like for whoever who wants to like look at his designs and all that
You
kind
should
of
attach
stuff.
some of the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
we do that?
Yeah, I can. I'll give you permission.
Oh,
Well, thank
because
you.
we are very special people. Anyways, yeah. So we'll do that bleed in, bleed out. I think a lot of nations need that. I think you all need that. Mentally, everyone is very stressed.
Yeah, it's true.
Very, very stressed.
Yeah.
Including me. So,
Alright. Okay, moving on. Okay, looking ahead, what are your future goals and how do you foresee the evolution of 3D art and motion graphics?
Yeah.
Are there specific trends or developments that excite you?
That's a very good question. Looking forward, I don't know in terms of my own career what I want to do because I try and keep it quite like open, like whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
But obviously, like AI
Oh, yes, AI.
is like
yeah.
really highly debated.
Yeah.
So is like people wearing those headsets and stuff like that. That's obviously like the next big thing.
Yeah.
Is augmented reality. So
Yeah.
as a 3D artist, that's quite interesting because it will mean that it will take like a lot of my artwork from like the digital like on the screen to in real life.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite
cool.
exciting.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy because there's a lot of like I don't know. You can just like you can create something and then put the headset on and it will be in front of you, and you can interact and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like a mixture of stuff that it depends on what technology says, which is going to be quite interesting and fun. And then
Got an intruder. I'm watching the intruder walk past. Okay.
I don't know, it's going to be faster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think AI art is very interesting.
Yeah.
It's highly debated because some people accept it and some people don't. Because it is a bit cheating in a way because you are just pressing a button sometimes to create art and design.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's appreciation towards art in general?
It's hard because art is so
Broad?
broad but subjective.
Yeah.
And it depends on who's viewing it
Yeah.
and the appreciation for like art and art history or whatever. I don't think a lot of people see it as a career field.
Right.
I think that's the biggest issue. I didn't, and like my parents didn't,
Right.
or whatever. So I think people forget that even if you're young and you want to be an artist, like you're not necessarily going to be someone that's going to go and like make canvas art and sell it and like have to hustle and sell. That career line is for some people, but like not for everyone. A lot of people end up going and doing like what I do, which is service design, where you like create stuff for brands. So I guess it depends what like path you want to go down. But yeah, and now things are going more digital. I think people are appreciating it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you have like digital exhibitions. You have like
Yeah, we
you have
do. Yeah.
installations
We had
and
a
stuff
few,
like
I
that.
think, in KL.
Yep. you did.
But I didn't never gone for one. Very sad. Anyways, next question. So, who or what serves as your creative inspiration? So, what actually? Okay, I actually like. I really want to know this because I do try to do some creative stuff. Not, of course, not that level. I mean, I try, So, like a tip, like what do you? First, question number one. What serves you like to? And also for a tip for other people, other artists, like, is there anything that helps you to become more creative? And then the third question is that, are there any artists, designers, or specific projects that you are like very influenced by?
Yeah. What was the first question?
Sorry, yeah. The first
Who and
question
what
is who
serves?
and what serves your creative inspiration?
I would say, I don't know. Sometimes you're just on Instagram or whatever, and you just see like other artists and their work, and you just get inspired. You just see like cool stuff.
So anyone, technically.
Yeah, anything.
Anyone
It can be a
inspires.
film. It can be like, I don't know. You just come up with an idea sometimes. If you want like inspiration, obviously you can go to like websites that have like Pinterest and stuff like that.
Oh,
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Yeah, you can just go and like see what people are making. I think so what they say is like most art is just it's already been done. It's just different like variations of it.
Yeah.
So like everything's been made,
Yeah.
and no one's, when people come out with something different, it's because they've taken something from the past and just like added their own twist.
Remodify.
Yeah, everyone's seen stuff before or whatever. And that's the same with like art, music, whatever. We've all seen films which have been copied, or music where like they've taken it from the past or whatever. So I guess inspiration wise, it's it's just anything, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. That's kind of the beauty of art and design, I guess.
Any artist, designer, or like specific project?
My personal favorite artist in the world is Keith Haring, and I have his tattoo as well.
Okay, this is the one. If Malaysian people you don't know, this is the one in Cotton On. They have like this.
Yeah, they have
this
loads of
guy's
stuff,
shirt designs on shirts and like hats and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cute.
so it was his start. Like I think when I was at secondary school, an art teacher was like showing off his art, and I just fell in love with it because it was really fun and like creative and stuff like that, and you just get inspired. So I think he's one of my favorite artists. He was like an American artist and activist as well. And then I don't know. I guess there's like other 3D artists like on
Here and there lah.
whatever on Instagram or whatever.
But I feel like, you see, I didn't know. I was like, oh, expectant. Like, because I'm not, I don't know about that stuff. So it's good to give shout out to people.
Give them
Not
credit.
buying artist shirt, no. That one.
We're not getting paid, by the way.
No, we don't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you want to follow up with the second question, because you said designers?
So designer, correct lah. You said that Keith Haring.
Alright, cool. Alright, could you walk us through your creative process? How do you approach a new project from concept to completion? Do you start with a clear vision or prefer to let the work evolve organically?
So it depends on the project and the type of project it is. So if it's like a client project, it has different stages based on like the time.
Don't worry about it. That's fine.
Continue. Time. Continue.
Yeah, so if it's a client project, it depends on the different steps of what they need. Probably.
Sorry, a lot of malfunction. That's why my name is Mel.
Wow! I think that.
Creative. He inspired me. I truly got it. Okay, sorry. Continue.
No, so if it's a client project, it depends on what they want.
Yeah.
And their timeline. So it starts with like an idea or like their brief. So if they have like a product they want to show or whatever, then they'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
And then go into like pre-production, post-production, and then you work with different people, and I work with like a range of different like creative directors, artists, graphic designers, whatever. So you just go along that process, and then you check in with the client. For like you go back and forth with them, make sure they're happy with everything. If it's a personal project, you just kind of like come up with an idea. You see if you like. I don't know.
Personal project meaning like what?
Personal project is like I don't know. I like to do personal projects where I come up with an idea and I just like go and create it and play, and then you put that on your portfolio. And the personal projects are very important for freelancers because most of the work you do is going to be like for clients.
They want to see what you got.
And what I can do. And also the stuff I do for clients is going to look a specific way. It can't be like always my style.
Right.
So if you do your own projects on the side, that is what will serve as like showing who you are as an artist. So if you can put that on your portfolio, on your show reel or whatever, at least people can see like, oh, this is what you can do as an artist. So it's a good mixture to be able to do that.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. As a 3D artist and motion graphic designer, how do you anticipate your relationship with AI? As you know, it's evolving, and it's probably, I don't know what's going to happen in a few years, but definitely going to be evolved.
I think with AI art, like there's it's quite split in the industry right now. So some people like it, some people don't. And no one knows where it's gonna go. And I don't know. It's just not that. It's not like I think you can see when the AI art is created because
Yeah.
it looks like AI art,
Cheap.
and
Sorry
stuff
to
like
say.
that.
It does look cheap.
But then also,
Yeah.
it can like downgrade what we've been doing all of our lives
Yeah,
and
that's
like
true.
training for. So it's right now like people don't know what they want from it and
Yeah.
where it's going. And yeah, like what it means is like the client can say like, oh, I can do it. So
Yeah,
Like-
I can do this, like that kind of thing. Like, what can you do? Why you
You
take
show
so
me.
long? Why you
Yeah.
charge me
yeah,
so much?
I can show you that I can do this. So why can't
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do it? And why can't you do it as quick and fast as well?
Yeah, and better, right?
And but yeah,
Like
so it's
expectation.
messed up like the process and like the timelines and stuff like that. So it's highly debated right now.
But I feel like I can see when a company, like, you know, when you scroll, I do scroll a lot on Instagram. I go through like companies and all that kind of stuff. I just look, and you can see when like they're using design of AI, and you can see when they're using like proper, like they have an in-house
Graphic
designer, like
yeah.
so you can actually see.
Yeah,
Guys, please hire
Appreciate
an artist.
a designer.
yeah, hire a real person.
Yeah, a real person.
Someone that's like trained in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're helping someone out by doing that.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Right. So have you ever received a particularly unusual and unexpected project request? How did you handle it?
I don't get anything weird, but the stuff that I do and I don't do.
Yeah.
What I don't do is anything that's like tobacco brands or
Wow.
what else?
The money shark. What?
Yeah, loan sharks.
Money
The
shot.
money, whatever, loan shark.
Loan
Sorry,
sharks.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do any stuff like that because it's not very ethical. And you have to have the ethics as an artist.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, if also I guess if I put that on my portfolio or my show reel, it doesn't look good. If someone comes,
Yeah.
if a brand comes and they want to create something
a
with
healthy
me,
brand.
Oh,
like
yeah,
per
something
se,
they
yeah.
might look at it and be like, oh, you're doing art, you created for this person. Like
Yeah.
they might not want they might not align with their
Yeah.
ethics and what they want to
And
do.
Yeah.
this is actually very important because when I was doing marketing, the amount of like, so we were reaching out to influencers and we were a healthy food brand. We were reaching
Yes.
out to influencers and we only reached out to influencers that was influencing a healthy lifestyle. And we came across a lot, no offense, we came across a lot of like, you know, like promoting alcohol, cigarettes, and vape and everything. And they're like, no, because
Have to
we
filter out.
truly want that means you must understand their followers are all health conscious. So if they see
The
they like
engagement will be more,
yeah, and also they'll be like your true like customers and everything be like, I thought you're healthy, but this the influence is there that will show that, oh, you guys are healthy, but look, this person who is posting such stuff or other stuff is posting also for you, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
They're probably saying a lot yes to a lot of branches because they have to get by. You know, some
Yeah.
influencers have to just get by.
Yeah, true,
It's
true.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Which you
that's
have to-
true. That's true.
Which you have to do in your career and stuff.
Yeah.
I had to say yes to a lot of stuff I didn't want to do,
Yeah.
but now I have a lot more.
That later once you find what your thing is, what your style is and everything, I
Yeah.
guess then you can.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
more choice.
But
more
do you
experience.
know some who like works for like brands like that and who's also like focusing on like these kind of like alcohol and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, because obviously it's promoted so much everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So obviously someone's doing it, but
yeah.
some people also, if you work, okay, I'm a freelancer, so I can
Yeah.
say no. But if you're an artist and
Yeah.
you work for a company,
Yeah, you can't-
you
yeah, you
can't
have
like
to-
pick and choose. You're kind of screwed.
Work. Yep.
But it is what it is.
Okay, next question. If you could work on a project without any limitations in the world, what would it be?
I'll say a brand I would want to
Uh-huh.
work with, like a brand like Nike or something. I think that would be fun.
Nike, you're watching this. If you are watching this, you know what to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I think something like that would be
Yeah.
fun to work on. I don't know, just
Collaboration and stuff.
collaborations, anything where I have more. I guess having like artistic freedom is quite important.
Yeah.
So as long as someone's not telling you what they want
Yeah.
you to create, because that's what you have to
Yeah.
do most of the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
sadly. Because I work as like a service artist, basically, where
Mm.
yeah, like people ask, oh, I have this brand or service, can you help me promote it? So if you can do something where you're not having to, there's no end goal to have to promote something for someone else and it's for you, or it's showcasing your skills as an artist, I guess that's like super cool.
Yeah, like maybe having your own, like, I don't know, like clothing brand. No?
Yeah, or sort of like shoe
Like
or
a
something
shoe
like
or
that,
something like that.
or you collaborate, and you see that a lot. To be fair, when you go into like certain stores, it'll
Yeah,
be like
actually, correct.
you see it a lot in like makeup stuff, and I see a lot of I know a lot of graphic designers actually like do collabs because they make a lot of like colorful art or whatever, and then
Yeah.
they'll do it with like a cosmetic brand or something.
Yeah.
So you want to collab with Nike lah.
Nike.
Is there any specific? You better tell now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now's your chance.
They are watching.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, a shoe brand, a shoe launch or something will be fun
Yeah.
because they do work with a lot of artists.
Yeah.
So something like that. Anything where it's like X hash.
Oh, anything.
I'm definitely going to go buy it for
Yeah.
sure. If
But
I get
sometimes
discount
like-
lah.
Because it'll be personalized.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine like having your work on
Yeah.
like especially Nike. Everyone buys it. It's so famous. Like having your work on that
Yeah.
and like people buying it, like
Yeah.
it's
It's something.
some good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So reflecting on your career. Oh, wow. Okay. Is there a specific project or achievement you consider a turning point or milestone?
Achievement or milestone? I don't know. Did I talk about my NHS project already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have spoken about that. I don't know. Then I just think being in control of my career throughout all the years has been the best thing. And saying no more than yes
Yeah.
Okay.
is really important.
Yeah.
Milestones. I won a few awards. I won like a freelancer of the year award a couple of years ago,
Wow. Congrats.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But awards don't mean always as much. I think just having control of my career has been really fun and interesting,
That's interesting.
and important to me.
We have an intruder again. Can just walk and leave. Yeah. And anyways, guys, we don't want to get distracted by the intruder. Next question.
All right. No, it's yours.
Me. It's my turn, guys. Okay, so let's explore some open-minded questions. Okay, now if you
Open-minded?
could open-ended questions, guys. I'm a bit self-ting-tong today, just ignore me. If you could bring one fictional character to life through motion design, what would it be and why?
I think it would be my own art.
Yeah.
The slopes that I create.
It is
which are
so
fun.
cute. Yeah, there's a lot. Cute. I
Yeah,
like
so they're just like fun 3D characters that I created.
Yeah.
So something with that would be fun. If I could like make them in real life, make merch or toys, or even like 3D vinyl toys is actually a big thing because you get a lot of like
Sorry, what?
3D vinyl toys.
Oh.
So you like collectibles.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. Yeah. who
Yeah,
collect
so people
things
are
like that.
people collect those little what do you call them? Pocket something? Top pops or something?
Oh.
You see they have the big heads.
Pop
Yes,
tarts.
yes. No,
No.
no, not that. Yes, I know, like those figurines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
figurines,
yeah.
Something like that would be cool.
Yeah.
So people can like keep
Or
it.
like it being a Lego.
Also,
thing.
yeah, something like that would be
Oh,
cool.
do you want to work with
#X Lego.
It's
Very
Lego. Wait,
long.
what is Lego brand? Oh, Lego is Lego.
Lego is
lah.
Lego.
Their
Sorry.
own brand now.
Sorry. I thought okay lah. Sorry. Yeah. Lego. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd
so
be so
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
You
something
can
like that
fix
would be
it
fun.
and make your own.
Yeah, and then you
slot.
can do it your own way. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Oh, that's
Customize
so
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Very
Alright.
nice.
Okay, so if another question, if motion design had a soundtrack, what would it be? Your top 3 song choices.
I don't know about songs in particular.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just
Yeah, some memes and stuff like that.
more relatable those kind of songs.
I don't know. It's just been crazy. I've had a crazy career. It's just been like really
So crazy song.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, I listen to a lot of like dubstep and Skrillex and stuff like that when I'm working.
Yeah.
So anything like that, probably I would say. It's just I don't know. It's just yeah.
Do you like actually listen to songs while you work, or?
Yeah, I have to put something on. When I'm making art, I have to have music on in the background. Otherwise, you get a bit like
Cool.
yeah, because you need to have something to like stimulate you and like
Yeah.
zone. So you like zone
Yeah.
out of like everything else and zone into your work. So I also listen to. I mean, I listen to your podcast while I'm as well. So I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Okay.
And
Why are you
No,
crying?
I'm not.
well, something as a freelancer that I didn't mention is it's quite a lonely job.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you don't have any like.
yeah, because you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't work with anyone. You're working for yourself.
Yeah.
So I put podcasts on so it sounds like you're with people.
Oh,
In the
so
room.
sad.
But also it's just like it's just like dialogue and stuff in the
Yeah.
background as well.
I know. I've seen a meme. I think the one he sent me where like like Christmas is coming and it's like going out with their colleagues for Christmas dinner, and then you see freelancers there
Yeah.
just by themselves.
At the
They
bar.
got no colleagues.
Because I don't get a Christmas party. Everyone does Secret Santa and all this. I don't get any of it.
Oh, that's sad.
No, you can do a secret Santa with family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
But then it's fun also with
With your
family and
colleagues.
with friends.
That's
and
the whole
colleagues.
point.
Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the last question.
Okay, so last question. If you could offer advice to your younger self or anyone starting a career or business but like by themselves, what would it be?
If I was to start again, and I would say like you just need to like start like creating and make more. What do I say? I'd say like normally like you're all artists when you're young.
Yep.
You all create and stuff like that, but it gets like beaten out of you as you get older, sadly. So just like go for it. If you have a project or idea, it doesn't even have to be art, like related to art or design and stuff like that. If you like this, like your podcast or like any side project or side hustle, you should just like kind of go for it.
Just start lah, technically.
Yeah, just start.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think most people sit on ideas for a very long time.
I think we're afraid of like
The end
Yeah.
results. We're afraid of failing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
People are
as a
afraid of
freelancer,
failing.
you can't do
You
that.
can't. You need to take the
Yeah.
risk.
As a business owner or freelancer, like
You can't, yeah.
it's all on you
Risk,
because
yeah,
there's
right?
no one else to catch you. Like
fall back on.
yeah, there's no one to fall back on. You don't
Yeah.
have colleagues. You don't have anything. So you have to you have a lot of self discipline and you learn like anything I do it's helped me in my personal life as well because I'm like why not just try it. Like
Yeah.
what bad can really happen?
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't go right, then at least you've learned from it, and
At least you tried.
you tried, and you're like, oh, okay, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Maybe I can try again,
Yeah.
and then next year or
Yeah,
whatever
true.
it is. So I think you have to you just got to kind of just try, go for it.
Yeah.
Like what's the worst that can
Yeah.
happen?
Two things I want to say. One thing is like, do you believe that actually everyone is born creative, like you said,
Yeah.
and then like slowly, what I feel creativity is not something you're just born and then done. I'm creative for the rest of my life. It's something that you need to practice
Yeah,
as
you-
well
you
to
need to
become
act-
more creative.
Yeah, you need
right?
to act on it.
Yeah.
And some people find that creative like ambition later on in life.
Ah.
I kind of feel like I did. I
Yeah.
don't think I was born an artist
Yeah.
because even though I was quite creative young, I don't feel like when I look back in hindsight, I don't see myself thinking I was gonna create.
Yeah.
I think when I got a little bit older, I like fell back in love with making and like having fun on like the computer, just learning stuff.
Yeah.
So then I feel like you all have it, but yeah, you have to like
Yeah.
hone in on that skill.
Yeah.
To become very good at it, and to obviously get paid to do something, you need to be
Yeah.
very good at it.
Yeah.
You got to make sure it's something good and worth for someone else to give up their money
Money.
for that service
Yeah.
or piece of art or whatever it is.
Also, that's why I feel like, I mean, for people who are not very creative, and I feel it's a misconception. They're like, oh, you're just born creative, that's about it. And that's why they don't give much credit.
Right.
They don't know how hard is it to be creative, to sit down and brainstorm. I feel that's one thing people don't get. Because they'll be like, oh yeah, you're just born creative, you're just creative. But I think it's something that you're not just born, you need to work on it, like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And also another thing is that with what Hash said about just doing it, he also inspired us. Is one of the reasons why we went and started with this podcast. It was 2 people and one of it was him.
Yeah.
And we just want to thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you for supporting us.
We buy you chicken rice later.
There we go. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're going there.
Yeah. Anyways,
Right.
it was nice.
Yeah. Okay. So that wraps up this episode. Stay tuned to our next episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please share your thoughts with us by dropping a comment on Spotify. Comment? Yeah, sorry. I thought I said wrongly. Or leaving a rating on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Stay connected with us on our socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and also Hash's one.
Yeah.
Mike, sorry, I keep on doing the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Hashmukh on Instagram.
Yes.
And then just hashmukh.com at our website.
Yeah. So you can see all his stuff, you know.
We'll attach some of the stuff too.
Oh, I actually have a freelancer guide on there.
So for whoever,
Yes.
It's a free guide to
Yeah.
help. Like, I just put together a quick little like PDF if
Yeah.
you want to get into freelancing. I guess it's a great
Oh.
resource to have a look at first.
Wow.
there you go, guys.
Yes.
Wow. It's very good, guys. Whoever
Yeah.
is starting this for themselves, maybe we can get some inspiration from this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, until then, 1, 2, 3.
See you guys next Wednesday. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Mwah.